Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Gilchrist, we're going to have one final question and point.
Sure.
I think you totally hit the nail on the head when you talked about the overflow of the states, illegal immigrants in states enforcing laws, going over to the states not enforcing laws. Case in point, I just read an article yesterday, Dallas Morning News, of the Texas fallout from the illegal immigration laws in Oklahoma. There's a quote from Mario Ortiz, who's a legal worker. He says, quote, "They're really tightening the screws in Oklahoma. There have been a lot of us coming each day to Texas. It could be 100 a day." And so there's a lot of, I think you've predicted correctly that it's going to, I saw a number of statistics from the Great Tulsa Hispanic Chamber of Commerce saying 25,000 illegal immigrants out of the 75,000 originally in Oklahoma have already left within the year, and they haven't seen tremendously any economic downturn. But one thing that I'm curious about then, I feel that there are two economic backlashes because of illegal immigration, and you mentioned the jobs, and that's mainly particularly in minority, low-skilled, low-educated neighborhoods, particularly with blacks. And you see that blacks, a lot of times when illegal immigrants, Latino immigrants, are taken away back to their countries in Mexico, that these citizens, who are low-skilled citizens, have the opportunity and take the opportunity and have these jobs. But my question then is, why then does groups like AFL-CIO, union groups that are supposed to protect American jobs, support amnesty? Why does the Republican Party support amnesty? Is this just the hijacking of politics by big business, as we see with actions like NAFTA and the spread of the Security and Prosperity Act? What are your feelings on that?
You just answered your own question. Very good question. I'm glad you brought it up. Both major parties, Democratic Party and the Republican Party, are parties that represent wealth. The Democratic Party no longer represents union laborers, no longer represents the common man or the downtrodden, nor do the Republicans. However, they both certainly respond vehemently to the prospect of 35 million prospective voters. Well, I'm going to pander to them. The heck with the citizenry and the electorate and the taxpayers. I'm going to pander to this new voting bloc that's coming up over the next few years. Because if I don't, as a Republican, the Democrats are. Meanwhile, the corporations are saying, thank you, we need this cheap labor so that we can make more and more and more billions of dollars of profits. Here's a couple of million for your re-election campaign. So if you follow the money and follow the power, you'll always find the answer. It's something like that. I can't break it down into precise hair-splitting details. But both parties, and I'm a Republican again, but that doesn't mean I have to be a reprehensible member of a political party. I can be a very responsible one, and I think I am. I think you're going to see the unions being more represented over the next few years or a couple of decades by the Republicans and the independent parties, not by the Democratic Party. I think they've been abandoned. They've been thrown under the bus. AFL-CIO, I cannot figure them out. The rank-and-file union members, the people driving these Caterpillar tractors and the trucks and hammering the nails, the union carpenter, journeyman carpenters, they all tell me they have abandoned the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party abandoned them, and they are at a divide with groups like the AFL-CIO and their own union managers, because the union managers and the AFL-CIO are pandering to the corporate barons for cheap labor, not for a dignified lifestyle to existing union members. It's something like that, and there's a lot of nasty feelings by the union members who are actually doing the work against the union officers who are recruiting more and more, trying to recruit more and more union due paying members, whether they're legal or illegal aliens, and trying to work them at a less hourly rate than the existing union members.
Right. That's how I think that my prediction and my guess on this situation was the AFL-CIO supporting this because they see a growth in two areas which is interest to them, a growth in bureaucracy with the amnesty programs, and a growth in illegal amnesty programs applying citizenship to these individuals, and that these individuals are more likely to fall rank in line and become union-paying individuals who help the business of the union, and that's my guess on that.
I'd have to agree with you on that.
And so, well, Mr. Gilchrist, thank you so much for spending some of the time this afternoon with us. We'd love to have you on again. University of Chicago appreciates your time, and I personally appreciate your service to our country. And you just keep up the good work, you keep up the good fight, and thank you so much for everything you're doing, sir.
Thank you very much. And one of the Minuteman Project attorneys is a graduate of your law school.
Awesome.
Hopefully
we'll see you around maybe in the spring, have you come to campus.
I'd certainly be pleased to do so.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mr. Gilchrist. Have a nice day.
You too. Bye.